Hello and welcome back to Room for TCG. My name is Joe, drink of the day is orange juice, and I'm sure you'll have already seen this post if you've clicked on this video. But yes, last weekend at the Bielefeld Regionals, Mark Spoony, make sure to drop him a follow on X at MarkTCG, was able to get second at a regional in the current format with KOBY. What? I did not expect this. I don't think really anyone expected this. And he also played like a reasonable matchup spread. If we close the image again, these are his matchups. Sometimes when you see like these rogue decks do well at regionals, you look at the matchup and it's like, oh, it's a deck that happens to beat Penel, and they played 10 Penels. But no, the guy kind of played everything. He played some Penels, he played, though not too many Penels. He played Namis, which for me, I always thought that Nami was the worst matchup for KOBY. And I do still think it's difficult, but he was able to beat 3 of them, 2 in Swiss, look, and then 1 in Top Cut as well. He also played a bunch of Rosas, he played GU Luffy, which is one of the matchups we're trying to target. But yeah, he played like a ton of different decks. So very, very impressive, honestly. And with how technical KOBY can be, this guy must have played out of his mind. So congratulations to Mark. This is Mark's list. This is the exact list that I'm playing in the sim. He did do a video over on, I think it was Luigi's channel? I can't remember. I'm going to have a card on your screen with a link to Mark's deck profile for the deck. So we're not going to be doing a massive breakdown of the list. And to be honest, there is not that much to break down anyway. This is a fairly standard looking KOBY list. You got all of the Navy guys at sort of 3 or 4 copies. The Kujaku, the EBO3 Kujaku is the only one he's got at 3. All the other stuff is fairly standard. ASL is pretty standard in this list. It's a very good card for that extra bit of power reduction that you sometimes need. And probably the only like optional card is Ground Death, but Ground Death is an exceptional card, both for denying blockers and for just being a big 4K event. You don't have the most counter as KOBY in some games. So I'm going to jump straight into some gameplay without talking too much about this deck. I'll have a bit of a discussion at the end, I suppose. But I really like KOBY, and I was stoked to see this deck actually do something in the current format. And getting all the way to second, that's insane, man. This deck does kind of destroy blue-green Luffy. You can lose for sure if you just don't see your pieces, but the Hibari, especially the 3-cost Hibari, is just exceptional into that deck for just constantly removing their guys, right? If you're able to early doors start attacking into their board and keep up that pressure so they can't establish anything, they can't go for lethal. And if they can't go for lethal, they can't win. And the Smoker Shiki can also help with that matchup, just buffing you to 7k. Other new decks, I think Teach is one that he dodged. I don't think Teach's matchup's that bad. In fact, I'd say from the limited testing I've had, it feels maybe a little KOBY favoured. But you do need to see sort of quite a lot of dolls, because their characters are really big, and they have a lot of triggers that can be pretty frustrating between mainly the Vasco shot, and then when they redirect into the Vasco shot. They get a lot of value out of that. But if you're able to go wide and fast and play big removal, then you can be pretty reasonable to Teach as well, I'd say. That's enough talking about the list. Let's jump straight into the games. But first, if you want to look like me, what's wrong with you? But if you want to accessorize like me, you're going to need to check out Sleeve Chief this Sunday, 8 PM Central European time, because they're having a restock of their popular Darkness binder with a pink sort of Japanese-inspired patterns. Very cool. It has a nice smooth black back that you can use to take pictures of your cards on to show people the conditions. Very underrated. And also a new product, this green Oni style deck box. Again, pretty cool. I don't tend to use big deck boxes, but this one's actually nice. It's got a really nice pattern inside, Japanese style. Now, I'm a big Japan enjoyer, as most card game players are. And you've got nice spots. You can fit 2 decks in here, and then you've got a little dice tray. Oh, it's hard for me to show. But yeah, there you go. I'm dropping everything. Yeah, Sleeve Chief is also dropping this 8 PM Sunday Central European time. Thank you to Sleeve Chief for sponsoring this video. Going into a Nell. Okay. I think I'm going to take first. No, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Ooh. This is two pretty bad hands. You really want to see that 3-drop Hibari when you're going first, but we have not a lot going on. I'm not going to play Ripper because he can just L4 it immediately, and that would be pretty bad for me. This is not a great hand at all. The Smoker's fine for later, but yeah, he's got a Shura. Doesn't have anything else, and yeah, we really do not have anything. That's pretty unfortunate. Let's go 8 lead, I guess. Pass it over. See what he's going for. Does he have dog? Does he play dog? Will he just sort of spawn a Racc this turn potentially? Swing 5 leads, spawn a Racc is always an option. Nope. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like he has dog. Still could. Okay, maybe he does. 5. I want to counter this because this leader swing could be like 7. And I don't really want to go down to 1 already. This KOBY's going to be pretty useful because we can deal with both of these. I think I'm tossing the Ripper because it's not going to be live. It's kind of bad in this match. Okay, so this is dog. This is dog. And that changes the Ohm's base power, which is not good for us. It's not good at all. Yeah. Yeah, the dog is very, very awkward. We can't really do anything about it. No. That's tough. We don't get to kill the Ohm either. No, if we had Hibari, we could maybe make some plays here. But we do not have Hibari. So it is what it is. There's nothing I can do with Aramaki, really, that's interesting. Yeah. I'm probably going to have to take this dog swing. If it's like a 9. Which ain't great. We'll at least develop this. And we need to find something good for next turn. Because we're already in a real pickle. Within the Hibari. Okay, well, we draw Kujaku. I would have probably preferred to play that this turn. But it is what it is. Not a lot I can do about it now. At least KOBY drew us a card, and he's going to be at 6k, which is something. Next time we're going to be on 7. If we can draw Hibari, we can maybe go Kujaku Hibari and do something with that. But if he drops a Nell here, this is going to be really, really rough. He's going to have the bigger Nell and the dog to pressure the double attack. And this KOBY is almost certainly going to be stunned immediately, which is what it is. Yeah, the other hand had a search event, so it might have ended up being better, but I didn't like that hand either. You know? Only one searcher, and it wasn't Kujaku, so it's a pretty low odds of finding exactly Hibari. And I don't believe we had anything for 5 Don either in that hand. So I think taking the risk was worth. This Smoker Shigi will be good if it can live. Okay, well, he doesn't have a Nell, so that's something at least. Our KOBY is Giga gone, but it is what it is. I was expecting him to be Giga gone anyway. Now, how big is this dog swing going to be? 5. I have to counter this one. Do I? This can be... Realistically, this is going to be... This can be 10. I do have triple 2s. We could take this and then counter the dog swing with the triple 2s, or I can counter this, take the dog swing, we go to 1, but he doesn't have an Enel. If he plays a Racc here, it's still going to be 9. Yeah, we're countering one of these. I think I'll take the double attack. I'll accept it. We might need this ASL, so I think the worst one right here is Aramaki. Maybe Helmeppo. I'm going to trash Helmeppo because we don't have Hibari anyway. We'll just commit to taking this dog swing. Okay, well, it looks like he didn't have a Racc to play. And yeah, here you go. 10. We'll take that. No trigger, no trigger. 2 more 2Ks is interesting. Lightning Dragon to cycle, if you like. Okay, that finds KOBY. It's not bad. Our other line is sort of like Kujaku plus ASL. which is a line. But I can do that anyway. Okay. We don't get much there. I don't think this KOBY's going to be good. I'm going to just take the Peacock. And now do we want to just go Kujaku plus ASL? The ASL reduces the Holly, guarantees the removal. The Kujaku is going to be fairly hard for him to deal with. And then the leader swing can deal with the Ohm. I think it's the line. We'll do this. I'll trash... Might be the Peacock. I think the search could be pretty good. Is it Smokoshigi? If opponent can't remove this, it's excellent. But if they can remove it, it's kind of worthless. We don't have a KOBY, so this isn't doing very much right now. We also don't have, like, Hibari on board. If we draw a KOBY, though, we could do both next turn. I'm going to toss the Helmeppo. Well, we find KOBY. I can still do KOBY next turn. Go 6-3. Very unlikely he can defend this. Very, very unlikely. Well, it only cost him 2 cards. We did chew through 2 Mamaragans. Can you really still defend this? Does he have like a DD and another Mamaragan? No. Okay. So we didn't get rid of the Ohm, but we got rid of the dog. And that's decent. That is decent. We've still got some 2Ks here. We've got a couple 1Ks. I'm reasonably happy to counter the KOBY. There's the Enel. We knew that was going to be coming. Eventually. Then he's going to get to swing for 5-6 here, or 5-7 if he doesn't want to use the extra Don. Not clearing the Ohm is pretty annoying. I would really like to get rid of it, but chewing through 2 Mamaragans means it's going to be harder for him to deal with our blockers. Potentially. He can still L4 them, like double L4. But it is what it is. Do the GD. Tosses DD. Key 10. Is he going to try and take this out? I don't think that's correct. I feel like attacking leader there is better. Am I playing this? KOBY? It starts drawing us cards. Clears the Ohm. We wouldn't clear the Enel in that situation, which is kind of a problem. If we find a blocker, a Ripper, that would be good. Or a Helmeppo. Helmeppo would obviously be nice, but I didn't know I was going to have the Cobra and I tossed the Helmeppo. If we go with Smokoshigi and leave it standing, but if he has Gamma Knife, we're in trouble there. I probably should have tossed the Smokoshigi, thinking about it. I'm going to toss the KOBY, because I think the... So we were going to play 1 Searcher. And if we find Helmeppo, the 6-cost Helmeppo, we can still go with Helmeppo KOBY. If we find something else, we can sort of change our game plan, depending on what this Searcher finds. And I will 2k this one with this. Lightning Dragon's pretty frustrating. I would have loved to have that, but it is what it is. There's Shura. Okay, oh, we get a doll. Right, so if we find Hibari, we can maybe take out this Enel. Which would be good. Can I use both searchers? Yes, I can, because I only need 7 Don for Doll plus Hibari. If this hits, we also get a free swing with the Helmeppo, which is pretty cool. Okay, this does hit. We get to put the Hibari in trash, which is better. I'll take another Doll. And then we'll play... This works, right? Yeah. Helmeppo. Swing into the Ohm. Get rid of that. Then we go... Doll. Tossing this. Reduce this. turn you into Hibari. On play, give Hibari the ability to attack actives. This is at 4k. To make it at 3k. Then we'll swing 5 into 3, give Leader the ability to attack actives. He like can maybe defend this, but we're getting a lot of value regardless. We're going to get 4 more cards here. And it's unlikely he has any more MrMaCHONACHOMans, because he's already used 2. So if this doesn't go down, we're at least getting 4 cards. So he's going to have like 2 in hand. Vari. And Ashura. I'm going to swing 6. Or I think we need to leave 1 for ground death this turn. So let's just swing 5 to 3 again. And it goes down. I'm surprised he defended it from the first one then. I guess we would have also cleared the Ashura, if that was the case. But it is what it is. Managed to establish a blocker and another guy, which is good. Our hand is very, very low, though. Next turn, I think we need to hammer up a KOBY to start refilling our hand with the draws from KOBY. Because otherwise we're going to struggle to break through this end game here. Positives, he probably doesn't have another MrMaCHONACHOMan, which is good. It's a 7. 7 to leader. I think I just block this one. I think that's fine. Frankie, okay. And then Shura's going to get to swing for 7 as well, which we're probably just ground deathing. If it's 6, I'll ASL. Keep the GD for later. Because the big counter is very strong. It's just, whether this is 6 or 7, depends on whether he wants to play a 1-drop. Okay, he does. I'll 2k this, like I said. Oh, okay. Okay, we do draw a KOBY. It's pretty decent. Start with Kujaku. Helmeppo KOBY develops 2 dudes, but Ripper's also pretty strong if he doesn't have a rest. What are we going to do here? If we play the KOBY, we can get value with the Peacock, swinging into the Shura. And then give the KOBY the ability to attack into the Frankie to try and remove that. We'll get a draw 1, which will be good. Having the blocker down would be nice. We're also going to need to keep 1 Don for our events. We're not going to be able to put on too much pressure this turn. I don't think we're removing the Ohm, which is what it is. If I took this KOBY, we could remove the Ohm. And we would still draw 1, but it's a worse character and it's less likely we can clear the Frankie, potentially. And we also wouldn't have a blocker. I'm going to take the Ripper here. I'm going to take the Ripper. I'm going to shoot the Shura. Play the KOBY. Put 1 Don on Peacock. Swing 1 to 1. Cool, we draw a 2k, that's excellent. Then we'll go 5 lead, give KOBY the ability to attack actives. It's going to defend. Going to trash this because I want this Frankie gone. I don't think he'd defend this. He'd have to have Sanji, MrMaCHONACHOMan 1k. Just to keep a Frankie, which seems excessive. No. Yeah, then we'll go 5 lead, and then 6 lead. And play the Ripper. Takes both. Play this, and pass. This game's coming back around. We're winning the board back. We've got 3 guys now, and if this KOBY doesn't get removed, he's going to start drawing more and more and more cards, which makes these dolls less punishing to play. Ohm plus Dragon can stun 1 thing this turn. He can maybe go something like Reiju plus Gamma Knife on something, and then Ohm effect plus Thunder Dragon to freeze the Hibari. and then maybe remove either the Kujaku or the KOBY. And then it will get a little bit more troublesome, because we don't have a lot of cards or a lot of good plays going on in hand right now. But he's also at 1 life, so we're pretty threatening right now. There's the Gamma Knife. What does he reduce? Because this KOBY has the once per turn, remember. I imagine it's the Kujaku. Because once that extra power is gone, yeah, once that extra power is gone, it's a lot harder for us to sort of deal with his pressure. L4. He's trying to destroy Kujaku. Do we let him do this? I think we just want to force him to... He can, like, burn the Ripper, but I don't think I'm too worried about that. Let's just use the card action. If this forces him to swing into the Kujaku, that's kind of a win. What do we send back? It doesn't really matter. We're not looping. So let's just send back Ground Death, an event, and another event. We're not looping this guy. There's the Reiju. Okay, so it's pretty much the exact play I expected. Reiju plus Gamma Knife going on, which is pretty good. Goes here. Why'd you go here? Is it base cost? No. I think this is the turn where we GD. I think if he had another one, another L4, he'd have just frozen the rip or removed the ripper already to not give us the opportunity to block with it. This can only freeze Kujaku. Can't freeze these. This is at 7. This is at 7. I think maybe he thought this was going to freeze the KOBY. That's not the case. You haven't removed the Kujaku yet. Home again. And then 5. 5 to 3. I'll block. Yeah, I'll block. Don't think he should have let me do that. I think both of these characters were supposed to swing into that Kujaku. Is this Kujaku worth playing? No, we need to play the doll to deal with its Reiju. Or can we go for lethal? Can we go for lethal? We only have 4 in hand. It's going to be hard because this Reiju hanging around. If I go another turn, am I in a better spot or a worse spot? We'll only have 1 blocker, which he can mama. But if we remove the Reiju, which we can, and then draw a card off the KOBY. It's not guaranteed. We can maybe die next turn if he has mama on the doll. And splits well with the Ohm. Because he can swing potentially... What? Quite work out. Double L4. If we play this, trash the doll. This is only at 6k. Do I have a swing with this first? No. No, because I need this to, Gonna shoot that first. We have a lot of dons. If he taps this, how good is that for us? Can I go 7, give KOBY the ability to attack actives? Because this can't block cleanly at all. They don't play 2Ks that can defend this. And if he defends this, we still have the choice, right? We still have the choice of whether we want to go board or go life. If he takes this, again, we still have the choice Blocks and sacks. Okay, we know the draw now. We get a 2k there. No, we can clear both. Clear this with that. Play another Kujaku. He'd have to have Shura. But we've got 2Ks. So I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. We just clear the board and go again. 7-2. This goes down. I'm just not confident with him having... This deck can have so much fucking counter. This deck can have so much counter. Let's go with this. Toss a doll. We get a bunch of Hibaris. I don't really want those, but here's what it is. We've got them now. 6-2. Want to develop one more thing? There's no real point. We'll just push him. I'll swing 8 just in case there's a GD in life. But we should have this here, I think. He needs to kill us this turn, and with us at 1 life, that's going to be really difficult. And our board is now fucking enormous. Like, look at this. This KOBY's 11k, bro. That's mental. Opponent had a few miss. Yeah, it does just scoop. Yeah, okay, we could have killed him. We could have killed him. I wasn't to know. I feel like if he had these Enels, he would have played them earlier, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I think he made some misplays. That turn where he attacked 7 into lead and gave us the opportunity to just GD that. Although, to be fair, if he'd done the 7 into here, we could have still blocked that one and then GD'd the 5-3. So it kind of would have worked out the same. So maybe that wasn't a misplay. We had a weird, like, a really pretty bad start as well this game, didn't we? Yeah, I whiffed Hibari. We found all of them at the end. Look, there's 1 in life and 2 in off the draws of this Kujaku. Huh, I'll take that win. I'll absolutely take that win. He spaffed a bunch of Mamaragans trying to save that dog, which I think was the first sort of spot where it became a lot more favourable for us because it made the blockers actually usable. The Ripper and the Doll, we got some value out of those, which was cool. He also didn't take out the Ripper on one of those turns, which gave us the opportunity to keep it, which was pretty nice. Yeah, can be a tough matchup, this one. But, hey, we got it this time. The Kujaku is really good. Yo, it's my GOAT, Shanks. It's going to be tough once they get to their top end. We'll take second, obviously. I mean, Helmepa KOBY on 6 is exceptional. Hibari is also strong on 4. I think this is a keep. This hand is good enough. We do need to fill our trash for just to stop Forecast Rue. But that shouldn't be too hard. Do I want to play this? I don't hate it. But I don't think we need to either. Is this the old 5-5 by any chance? Kujaku's brilliant. This is the old 5-5. Toss a KOBY. You know, we're going to go 5 leader. Got a noob check 'em, bro. You never know. You never know. Happy to toss one of these. Sure, then we'll kill the eater. This is going to be 8k. There's nothing he can do that scares me about him clearing this. If he goes like 10 into it, I'll just 2k 1k. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. We can give up the Aramaki and the KOBY if he goes 10. He does go 10. Incredible. We'll give up the Aramaki and the KOBY. Yeah. These are a little annoying in hand, actually. I'm going to toss one. Bring back KOBY. Am I going to swing? Am I going to swing? Yeah, it's fine. No point swinging with leader. Pass the turn. Tossing. I don't think I'm playing this next turn. We have enough cards in hand that are in trash. I mean, Bone Magnet doesn't fucking hit anything anyway. He's like, maybe plays Zoro here. Zoro could be good. Are we playing this next turn? It's possible. I'm just going to toss the event. I think it's fine. Like, you're going to swing 12 into this. I mean, you got it. I guess. There's no way. You got to play something. Lucky Poo. 8-8. Sure, I will reluctantly give you my my feller. 6 in trash is fine. Do you want to play Smokoshigi or go with the Hibari line here? I think Smokoshigi's the way. Let's go 6. Then we'll go 7, then we'll go 7. If he blocks and tries to KO, it's not going to work. And we get a draw. Exceptional. Sending back 2 events and a Ripper. Swing 7 again. Swing 8. And the turn. One more turn before he can start developing his boys. And our board is big. Very big. Okay, there's Shanks. Good stuff. Uta comes down. Are we still swinging into board? 8 to 8 somewhere? I'll counter. I'll counter. We're not going to be able to deal with the Shanks, though. But that's fine. We can deal with this Uta very easily. Give our smallest thing the ability to attack actives. Cool. Kujaku could be reasonable next turn, but for now we just need to pressure. So we can do 8, 8, 8. We can do all 8s here. That seems good. Start with 8 from this, because it's no Don investment. And the reason we're doing 8s is because of his leader effect. $2K. 8. Swinging 2K over into Shanks is amazing. Really, really, really good. He doesn't have any more 2Ks. That's the impression I get here. Which, if that's true, he's in trouble. He is in trouble. Okay, he used leader effect on 1K. I'm just gonna kill. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna continue to swing 8s because he clearly doesn't have any 2Ks. Double 1s, brilliant. Do I ever go 7-9 here? Just 8-8 is surely better. We get him to 0. Brilliant. Probably not going to be a 7K leader next turn. We have good. Okay, there's Ben Beckman. There's the Shanks, as anticipated. How many more blockers do you have in that hand there, sir? Do you have another 4-drop blocker? It's possible. It's possible. We actually have a deceptive amount of good 2Ks here. And if he... I mean, we can bring back a Hibari as an option for just 3 Dom with the Helmeppo. 11 to 7. If I let this go, he gets to swing what these are going to be down at 6. He gets to swing 8 to 6 into one of the probably like the Helmeppo and then clear one more thing. He clears 2 things here. I think that's fine. I think saving this is pretty suicidal. You can't clear this KOBY, which is nice. Can clear that, that's fine. Yep, yeah, we'll defend this one. We defend this. That's actually pretty reasonable, because then we can play the other Helmeppo. Turn that into Hibari, use those 3 Dons to deal with the Ben Beckman. We get 3 swings 4 into 4. Or 2 swings 4 into 4, and then an extra swing with the KOBY. And then we'll have 7 more Dons to split with these 2. I think this is a good save. We drew another one anyway. I guess I'd rather play it than play the Helmeppo, right? Can obviously leader effect this, but it's fine. We've burned the leader effect. We do want to get rid of this. He did not have 2Ks last turn. Maybe the last life was one. Maybe he top decked one. That's max 2. Cool, that goes down. And then we win. Incredible. It's how you beat Shanks. You swing 6. Yeah. We saw our curve. He saw most of his curve. He didn't play anything on 4, but he did have this lucky route that he searched off the Uta. So he sort of forewent that to swing and try and pressure the Kujaku out early. But we knew it wasn't going to happen because I had the 2k, 1k. They were pretty happy to give up. I think probably developing the lucky route may have been better, but we clear this so easy, man. We clear this shit so damn easy that I'm not even confident that's correct. Yeah, nice. Well played to our opponent. Kujaku is just such an insane card, man. The 4-drop. This card's bonkers. Okay, got him to Lucy. He's taken 2nd. This should be a reasonable matchup for us, right? I've got my MrMaChONaCHOMan combo, which is brilliant for our 7-don turn. Don't have a lot earlier, but we do have an event that can hopefully find us something. I really like the MrMaChONaCHOMan in this matchup because just getting 2 things that can't be removed is super good. Let's keep. We'll go with our event. Hopefully looking for... Well, not that. Smokoshiki is vulnerable to removal. Pushing us to 7 is pretty decent too. Let's take it as an option. And we're hoping to find some 3s or 4s over the next couple of turns to just sort of develop something. He's got the stage. He's got a Viola. Seems good. Go ahead and use them, Mr. Luffy. Well, we've got that for next turn. No Hibari in sight, so I don't see a reason to play this. Let's just swing 8. Deal the damage. There's nothing else going on. And next turn we can play the Kujaku. Fordon, Cavendish, Bartolomeo, one or the other. Oh wow, he whiffs a character. That's pretty unfortunate, but here's what it is. Becky, having KOBY to deal with that would be very nice. But this Kujaku with the extra power is also super good. It doesn't swing. Okay, so he's starving. Interesting. Interesting. Let's just swing 5. I wonder if I'm supposed to starve. I don't think so. Yep. It gives us 1. We'll deploy this. Toss the KOBY because we're going to want it in the trash anyway. And that's why I left the extra Don, because we could find an event. I think I want to play the event over the Ripper. We can play the Ripper next turn. We can't take ASL. I'll take the Hibari. And then we'll pass. Having the extra power is going to be really important for dealing with his stuff. And we're probably not going to want to turn any characters sideways next turn if we can avoid it. 5. He's not starving. I don't know why he didn't swing last turn then. But I'll take the first swing. That's fine. Free trigger. What a treat. Take Aramaki. Having a Hibari in trash is always good for Helmeppo combos. And an extra 2k is pretty cool too. It's a memento of him. Draws 2. Trashes Cav. Plays out Barto. Okay, Barto is going to use them. Very nice. Good aggression from our opponent. A crazy amount of cards in hand. 11 is wild. But what can you do? That's how this deck works. We have enough cards in trash that I don't fear any events. I think what I'm going to do here is just play the Helmeppo KOBY and leave them there. Just not swing anything. Yeah, just not swing anything. I'll also probably develop the Ripper. I don't think this Smokoshiki is going to be the way. You know, I think we're going to need to start playing out things like Dolan Hibari. So this is both turns, right? Yeah. So we can just negate if he Barry triggers me. So just go 5. I would imagine you would counter this, but you never know. Indeed, 1k. Then I think we're just playing the boys. Yeah. Go Helmeppo. This is my last one. I just don't think we're going to need it. Bring back this fella. End the turn. Ditch this fella. Next turn we could go KOBY Doll or Hibari Doll. Probably Hibari Doll. Don't think we're ever playing this. I meant to play the Ripper, but honestly, having it in hand, not the worst. We can keep it for next turn. It's fine. Cope. I should have played the Ripper. I was just clicking too fast. I got too excited. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Expecting, obviously, some kind of Sabo here. Which one? Who the fuck knows? But I expect the power down from it to go onto Helmeppo. Because he'd rather these swings so that he can then sort of try and take them out on the following turn. That's my assumption. Could be wrong. We'll see. Could be wrong. But yeah, if this is Sabo, going Doll plus Hibari here is going to be really, really valid to get rid of that Sabo. So if we're able to consistently clear those Sabos, it's great value. Fire Fist, indeed. Buffs up the leader to 8, which is big. GD is actually live, but I don't think I care too much. We just counter this Barto swing. Did reduce the Helmeppo. Good choice. 6. Yeah, we'll counter this one with the Aramaki here. I think I prefer the Helmeppo to recycle Hibaris. And we'll take this one. KOBY is fine. Don here, as expected. Okay, we'll doll away one of these KOBYs, for sure. Yeah, we'll start with Doll. Getting rid of a KOBY. Reduce this to 3. We can never get value out of this because it's at -1. It's fucking crazy. We're not playing Ripper this turn. We can play him next turn, that's fine. Go with this, but give this ability to attack actives. Will I attack this Bartolomeo? It's possible. It's possible. But how likely is it? I think reducing it to 2 to increase the odds of the removal is more important. Let's go 6 to 2. Give this the ability to attack actives. So if he can defend this, he can then... He can probably save this if he... Okay, he blocks that there though. That's good for us. Let's go 8 to 2. I have to get rid of this. This has to go. Now you've got to give me triple 2s and a 1. If you have it. Draw another doll as well is great. Drawing doll is great. I thought he might counter that 6 with double 2s and a 1. No, I think that would have been reasonable. But I guess he doesn't have enough 2Ks in hand. This deck doesn't play a ton. They play Viola. They play Leo and then sometimes some more. It's usually like 10 tops. Okay, but he's going to save this. But we get 4 cards. Leo, triple Leos is good. If I kept the Aramaki over the Helmeppo, we'd have actually been able to attack it again. Which would have been interesting. Do I want to turn this? I'm not sure I do, you know. Not sure I do. This is easy to save because we can block 1 and affect 1. This just dies. Do I even want to swing? I think I do. Not sure on whether I should just be countering or starving there, though. Okay, but he takes. And these characters are really large. They are hard to pressure, even with the Fire Fist, right? And we develop one more guy. We've got a blocker now, which is good. And we got a ton of cards out of his hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Rebecca's gone. Event grabs Viola, not what he's looking for. He does not have Sabo. Now he has Sabo. And you hate to see it. But what can you do? Let's see if he has another Fire Fist. See if he has another Fire Fist. We're always blocking with Doll here. Not the end of the world if something goes down. I'd like to keep the KOBY though, because it's the card draw, right? Fire Fist, where did it go? Hibari? By all means, brother. I don't think that's the correct choice. I think you were supposed to try and take out the KOBY as best you can. Yes, absolutely. You can have my Hibari. She just comes back with Helmeppo. Sadly for you, my friend. It is what it is. 6 to 5. A little annoying. Because if I toss my Helmeppo, then I don't have a Helmeppo, right? Does this swing? I don't know if this swings. It probably can. It probably can. I think we go double ones here. So I'm not sure if this swings or not. I very much doubt it swings into KOBY. It's a weird matchup. The power down on both sides is very, very good. Yeah, and he just passes there. Seems reasonable. Yeah. So we have the same sort of play again. We're just going to Giga offense, try and remove one of these Sabos with our removal. But we also get to pressure life a little more here now, which is nice. I think I want to keep the GD. So I'm going to toss the Ripper here. Reduce one of these Sabos. Then play this. Attack the Viola because we may as well. This just doesn't really do a lot, but it's fine. We get to clear the Viola. Saving this would be kind of mental. Yep. Draw a Ripper, sure if you like. Trash this, bring back Hibari, give the Hibari the ability to attack actives. Then there's a 3. It doesn't have a block. Here's this blocker actually. We do have another 3 Don, but we can't. We can only attack twice. Let's just do 6 again. I like the 6 eats a lot of cards. And then you can have the ability to attack actives. He's got to give us... I guess you can do 2 cards, right? With stage plus ace event. Stage. Ace event. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Now this kind of doesn't get to attack here, but we can maybe thin a couple cards first. We're going 5. Okay. There's no triggers I'm scared of. Barry doesn't do anything. I'm guessing that's what this is Barry. Nope, Grav Blade, sure. Again, we're still going to negate that. Just send back a Smoker Shigi, a GD, and a... I don't know, doesn't really matter. A KOBY. Still can't block this swing. Okay, actually get rid of it. That's pretty good. Got a 1k. You can also block 1k this. Get rid of it. Okay. That's really good. That's a really good turnout for the books. The swing sequencing there, I maybe could have done better. There's so many different variables to consider. The Raging Tiger, trashing the Raging Tiger for the trigger, I think was just a troll. But, I mean, I guess if I attacked again, maybe he could have got a Barry pistol trigger. No, this is once per turn, but come on, bro. Read the fucking leader, dude. Read the damn leader, bro. Come on, man. His hand was triple Cavendish. Holy smokes. Okay, yeah. I guess his play there was, oh my god, I hope this guy fucking throws. Or he was just playing this to, like, draw one off the Sabo. Oh, sorry, off the Lucy effect. Which is hilarious. I don't think there's anything he could have found that would have saved him there. I think there's, having played that game, I think there's probably room to, like, hard starve them now. And I think maybe they should hard starve me as well. I don't know, man. The starving is so weird with this deck. But, like, it felt like it was getting better for us. I mean, obviously, as we build more board, it's going to be better for us. He whiffed a dude on 4, which was big. It was big. I hold my hands up. If he'd hit a dude on 4, it could have been a different game. But he didn't whiff any Sabos. He didn't whiff any Fire Fists. I think he did throw with the effect of the second Fire Fist. That should have definitely been on this KOBY, I think. And then he could have maybe cleared this KOBY. I think actually definitely cleared this KOBY. And then we lose our draw engine. But it still had the Hibari, and the Hibari is really good. Hibari is really good for letting more and more and more things attack into these Sabos. So, maybe I'm not 100% sold. This card's mental, man. This card is ridiculous, especially when you've got one of these on the board. Because she is vulnerable. But, like, when you've got a mate on the board, man, your board is so hard to take. The extra 2,000 power from this is so crazy. Maybe he should have been targeting down this, although we left this upright a couple turns, right? So, it's hard. And with our leader bitch being anti-removal effects, that's naturally pretty good into Lucy, because, you know, they like to remove. Who'd have thought? Especially as this guy's playing double Raging Tiger, which is a bit mad. Either way, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. Okay, got to give him to Luffy. I'm going to take second. Ooh, I like the Hibari a lot. The KOBY's also pretty good. We've got a couple of searches too. It seems pretty strong, I can't lie. I think I'll just keep this one. Really like all of this. Very good. He whiffs on 1. You'd love to see it. Let's go with our event first, because it's smaller search. Second Hibari's cool. This card's really, really good. We draw a Kujaku for turn. That could be a play next turn. Although I think I prefer the Hibari, to be honest. Ripper's not bad, but we're probably not going to have any black characters for a bit. I'll just grab the Helmeppo, and we'll see if we can find a KOBY. Having the Hibari in trash isn't bad anyway, because if we get Helmeppo, the 2k, we can turn that into her. Let's do this. Okay, I don't really want any of these cards too much. Taking the Hibari is just worse than the Helmeppo, because we can use this as a 2k or as a Hibari. So I'm going to take this one here now. And then we will pass. And then we'll see what he gets on his 3. See how many 2-drops he finds. Mr. 2 seems good. Does he have another one? Just a 7. Okay, let's take that one. Get a KOBY. Okay. Next turn's very likely going to be the buggy stuff. Debating whether or not I want to attack this Mr. 2 now, or try and get some value out of either a KOBY or a Kujaku this turn. I'm thinking I'm kind of liking the Kujaku. Following turn, we're probably going with Hibari, and maybe even Hibari, Helmeppo Hibari. Could be a pretty nice play. So I think the Kujaku seems pretty good here. And I'll toss one of these KOBYs. The other play we can do is we can go with Hibari and just destroy this Mr. 2 now. But then our Hibari's kind of vulnerable, because we don't have a ton of 2Ks. I do have 1. But he could swing 7 into it. That wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad. And we would just get rid of this. And then the following turn we can go with something else. We can even bring the Hibari back if we really need to. I think I'm going to get the Kujaku down. I think I want to get the Kujaku down. Yeah. Mow my mind up. I think I want to get the Kujaku down. For the defense on our board. And just draw Trash 1, draw 2 is just strong as well, right? I'm going to toss this one of these KOBYs. He counters. Okay. Let's toss a KOBY, draw 2. We get a Dole. Dole's good if he plays Boa later on. The event, we might use it next turn because it doesn't look like we're going to get to play Helmeppo KOBY. We're probably going to need to play some kind of Hibari, so maybe if we don't want to go double Hibari, we can go with the event. It's an option to have. So going to swing 6 here, which means he's not playing. This is probably Croc in that case. Croc, pick up Mr. 2, play Mr. 2. And then restand 2, maybe play another Mr. 2. Well, we need double Hibari. I think 1 should be okay. So I think I do want to 2k this. And then we'll take... Because this could also be a 7 if he only has one Mr. 2, which he didn't have another one last turn. So if he just goes Croc, pick up Mr. 2, play the same thing again, and doesn't have another one, then he could easily swing 7, and I don't want to counter a 7. I'd rather counter the 6. Yeah, and it is a 7. I'll take this. Oh, we do get KOBY. Okay. We can go with that, or we can go with Hibari here. I think I like the Hibari, to be honest. We can get a decent swing into the Croc and clear the Mr. 2. And also play the event, and then maybe go with the KOBY next turn once the Hibari's established. Maybe even establish Ripper here as well. Could be cool. So let's go with Hibari. Give Hibari the ability to attack actives. Reduce this Crocodile. I'll attack into the Mr. 2, giving Kujaku the ability to attack actives. Then, how hard do I want to go into this? I think 8 could be good. I think now is a fine time to use this. And then, with the last 2 Dom, we still get to play the event and the Ripper. Go 8 to 5. This demands 2 2Ks, and they don't play too many. He should take this one, I would imagine. But you never know. He could not. He does. We'll play this. Grab you. You're the only thing I can grab. And then we'll go with Ripper and pass. Now, he should have great difficulty taking our board. And then next turn, we can either go Helmeppo KOBY. Okay, he gets the Luffy. That does make our Ripper worse. Which is pretty good. This card's going to be pretty important to remove. How hard is he going to go into our face here? Because we don't have a lot of 2Ks. In fact, we have none. He's going pretty hard at something. 10 here. This is worth triple ones, I think. This is definitely worth triple ones. This 5 either deals 1 damage or kills Ripper. If it kills Ripper, then that works for us. If it deals 1 damage, I think that also works for us. Next turn might be Smokashigi, but it also might be Helmeppo KOBY. Not sure yet. But yeah, I think this is worth the triple ones. Because this is only 5. He's already used the restand too. Isn't he? Yeah. I don't really know about that play. I feel like that wasn't the play. But yeah. Does this take out Ripper? No, it goes lead. Do I want to give up the Dole? We'll go to 1. I think I'm fine to go to 1. We got to be careful. But Ground Death is live now, so we can maybe just leave 1 Don open just in case. And we're going to have our Ripper back, which is cool. Definitely going to ditch Kujaku off the Helmeppo here. Helmeppo, ditch Kujaku. We draw a KOBY, sure. Let's bring back this KOBY. We'll shoot this. And swing 7 into it. He should let this go immediately. There's no reason to protect this. Cool, and we get a draw. It's one of these. Would he be able to DMG this turn? Not really. Let's just go with a 5 next. Sure. Because we've got this really good board now. I think I'm fairly happy to just leave a couple of dons open. He's got nothing, right? He's just got nothing. He gave us a 2k there anyway, so there's no reason to swing more than 5. The leader will just swing 5 again. Hemapo obviously can't swing. That's fine. He obviously can't Raging Tigress because we are KOBY. So that's pretty good. Takes that there. If I go 7, what's the danger? If I go 7 and he plays like... He can DMG put us to 0. But then he's got to have another way to rest this. And we can go to 7k and have GD available. I think this is fine. I think we're allowed to swing 7 here. Probably gets 2 cards as well. Which is nice. I do have to toss 1 card for this KOBY. I think I'm just tossing a doll. I don't envision us... I mean, I can also toss the KOBY. It doesn't really matter. We're not going to need either of these. Let's just toss a doll. This is like counter candidate number 1. Mr. 2 comes down. Crocodile recycles the Mr. 2. Okay. Okay, Luffy, did he give that rush? He did give that rush. Okay, that's a little annoying. That is a little annoying. 2 of these Luffys is pretty strong. Am I ground deathing? Am I ground deathing? Might be. How likely is it we can go for a lethal? We're going to have... This can be reduced. 1... he just leaves. Sure. He, I guess, calculated that we were going to win. Had he restanded 2 dons? Oh, he'd already restood dons, so he had no don open for these events. Yeah, that was... I don't know about this Luffy play, if that was the case. You could have gone with the Galdino and at least throw something. And had 1 don open and drawn a couple cards, which could have helped you counter. But yeah, this is just a very good matchup because we're able to constantly clear his board. I mean, he had a weird play with that Luffy on that 1 turn. Swinging into the Kujaku. I don't like that. But it is what it is. Okay, so thoughts on the deck. I do think this deck can be vulnerable to getting starved. So as more people learn how the deck operates, I feel like starving can sometimes work because you do sometimes run out of resources, especially if you're not able to find this Kujaku in particular, who notably can't be searched by this searcher. The image is wrong on the sim. This is called Kujaku and cannot search this Kujaku because they both got the same name, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, if you can't find this, it becomes very easy to starve KOBY because your characters are all very small and very vulnerable when they're not given that extra 2,000 power buff. Also, you sometimes just have a rough early game, right? Sometimes you don't find your 3 costs. If you whiff something to play on 4, it shouldn't happen. But like, I've had games where I whiff anything on 4, and that feels really rough, especially if you're into a Nell and they respond by dropping 6 cost to Nell and you've got nothing on the board. You might as well just... It's very tough to come back from that position. But KOBY, being off meta, a lot of people don't know what this deck has the capability to do. And it has the capability to do some really powerful things, especially into decks that need to have a board. If your deck needs to have a board, KOBY is the king of battling for board. It's like the new age of black removal. They wanted to get away from the Sakazuki, the Lucci. So they printed this more attacking combat-based board pressure, which is cool. But yeah, it can sometimes have a little weaknesses into decks that play a lot of annoying on KOs. If Nami's unable to spam enough Robins, that matchup can be tough. You like super need to find Smogoshigi and protect it with your life. You're probably going to end up leaving this standing on some turns into Nami, because if they're able to remove this, you just fall over. And if they have those Robins on the board. But yeah, I think this deck has potential to stop again. I would be surprised to see one get second again, because I think once people get more experience playing into this leader, naturally he'll just have a tougher time once people know what to do. But KOBY is a lot of fun. It's been one of my favourite decks for a long time. And to see him get second at a regional was incredible. Make sure you go and check out that video I linked earlier of Mark doing his deck breakdown on his list. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.